Thank you very much for stopping by the Random Green channel. Today I wanted to go over a disclaimer. Before I go any further, I want to talk about something. This is just an opinion. This is a random channel. I'm not going to give you, this is not facts. This is only an opinion. And again, I'm not doing this for millions of dollars like some of these prognosticators and analysts and sports speculators that get paid millions of dollars and they're usually wrong. You know, I'm not one of those that, again, this is free. But I want to get started with telling you about my opinions for and prediction for the 2024 Purdue University Boilermakers Gridiron football schedule. Now, Ryan Walters, I believe, is his first year of head coach. I could be wrong. I think Brian Brom was there last year. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I am wrong. Sorry. Ryan Walters is the head coach going forward for Purdue football. Now, Graham Harrell's their offensive coordinator, and he was a quarterback at Texas Tech. So, he could be, you think he'd be a good quarterback's coach, but either way, he was pretty good quarterback at Texas Tech. And I'll get started with my predictions. Again, these are just opinions. So, they open up with Indiana State at home. Indiana State is not really a great FCS team. They're not the best. But anytime you have college athletes, university athletes, they're good. So I think, but Purdue, I should win that game soundly. Then they play home against Notre Dame. Now Notre Dame, I think, is going to be I was just about ready to say a top 5 team, and apparently the schedule, it says they're 5. This is the FBS schedule, so it's always a reliable schedule. It's quick and to the point, and it just tells you the schedule. It doesn't give you no. Anyway, I think they're going to beat that game pretty soundly because I think Notre Dame is going to be really good. And I think they're definitely a top 5 team. But again, rankings, you can't go by that. I think Notre Dame is a playoff team this year. At Oregon State lost their coach, Jonathan Smith. I think Jonathan Smith to Michigan State. He got a job there at Michigan State, and I think this will be probably a close game, but I think they're going to get beat. Then home against Nebraska. I'm going to have to say a loss. So at this point, they're 1-3. And they go at Camp Randall in Madison, Wisconsin, and play University of Wisconsin, the Badgers. Loss. I think Luke Fickell, it's his second year there. I think he'll turn it around. They'll be a little better than they were last year. So at this point, they're 1-4. And I could be wrong. And if you're a Purdue fan, hopefully I am. Because I got nothing against Purdue. I kind of like Purdue. I was like, I'm kind of a train buff. I like trains. I'm not really a train buff. At Illinois, 1-5. Illinois is not the best. I mean, excuse me, 1-5. And then they play, but Illinois again. I think Brett Bielema's still there. At this point, they'll be 1-5. Oregon at home, 1-6. Northwestern, loss. At Ohio State, loss. At Penn State, loss. At Michigan State, I say they have a really close game and win against Michigan State. And then at Indiana, they win against at Indiana. I think they'll go 3-9. 3-9. I mean, again, I hope I'm wrong if you're a Purdue fan, and obviously, it's just an opinion. It's a prediction. They could very well go 9-3. They could very well go undefeated. Going undefeated is really going to be hard. It's virtually impossible. Plus, they had the conference championship game if they make it, which they did 2 years. Was it? Yeah, okay, 2 years ago. Well, a year and a half ago. At this point, not trying to be technical, but a year and a half ago they lost to Michigan in that bowl game. Big Ten Conference Championship game. And last year, Michigan beat Iowa. But 3-9, I could be wrong. They could go 5-7. They could. The only question I think they could go to Oregon State and win and beat Nebraska, and probably maybe even Illinois or Northwestern. So, but to sit there and say they would go 9-3, I think I'd be more comfortable saying they go 3-9 versus 9-3. I'm not going to sit there and just be oblivious and say, oh yeah, they're going to go 12-0 and go to the Big Ten Conference Championship game and win the Big Ten Conference Championship game, go to the playoffs and go undefeated in the play. Let's just have some logic and reason in this. Like I say, it's just a prediction. Thank you very much for watching, and you all have a great day.